9. Right now, live at 5, a letter lost in time. 70 years after it was sent, a Duluth woman gets a big surprise in her mailbox. Plus, Minnesota's new plan to combat the state's certified nursing assistant shortage. But first, reconsider how you're ringing in the new year. That's the message from health officials across the nation as COVID cases skyrocket. A look at how some Northland NYE events are adapting to Omicron.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Briggs LaSavage. Kristen is off tonight. COVID cases in the U.S. are at their highest level on record, and that's forcing some to rethink their New Year's Eve plans. CBS's Michael George is in Times Square, where the celebration has been scaled back.
2021 is going out with a bang as the U.S. averages more than 277,000 new COVID cases a day and counting. Federal health officials are urging nursing home employees to get booster shots amid a spike in cases among staffers. And the CDC is advising against cruise travel, regardless of vaccination status. And as we approach New Year's Eve,
large gatherings where you're not certain of the vaccination status of people should be avoided.
Health officials say you should get tested before a gathering and a few days afterward to make sure you weren't exposed.
Our focus is vaccine and testing. Vaccine and testing.
Incoming New York City Mayor Eric Adams unveiled a 6-point battle plan to deal with COVID this winter.
I'm rolling out my administration plan to keep New Yorkers safe from the virus and keep our city open.
Preparations are underway here in Times Square for a scaled-down New Year's Eve celebration, limited to a vaccinated, masked crowd of 15,000 revelers.
3, 2, 1, Happy New Year!
Crews gave the nearly 12,000-pound ball a test run Thursday.
Everything's ready to go for December 31st.
Atlanta's 32-year tradition, the Peach Drop, has been canceled again, and San Francisco scrapped plans for its fireworks show. But things may be looking up.
This thrust with Omicron over the next 6 to 8 weeks is so significant. Please, just let's get us through this one. And then I think we're going to see a light at the end of the tunnel through the rest of the year.
Something everyone could look forward to in 2022. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Meanwhile, here in the Northland, several businesses are also making changes due to COVID. Over in Superior, the World of Wheels Skate Center is holding a special New Year's Eve party tomorrow night, but the owners say they're sticking with optional mask wearing. They added that the venue allows for safe distancing, making extra precautions unnecessary.
Social distancing, there's plenty of room here for that. So 100 people can really social distance pretty good, usually.
Meanwhile, Sir Ben's in Duluth canceled its New Year's Eve celebration because of rising COVID cases in the community. Vikra Distillery cut attendance by about a third so that everyone can be comfortably spaced. Wisconsin has now topped 10,000 COVID deaths. According to the Wisconsin Department of Health, the state reached that tragic milestone today. Of those deaths, around 4,200 were recorded this year. On Wednesday, the state saw 6,400 new cases, which is the most since November of 2020. Most Wisconsinites who died were in their 80s. The new year means a new minimum wage for the state of Minnesota. That will go into effect on Saturday. Large employers, which are companies making annual revenues of $500,000 or more, must pay their employees at least $10.33 an hour. Small employers with revenues less than $500,000 must pay theirs at least $8.42 an hour. For large employers, that is a 25-cent increase with a 21-cent increase for small employers. These rates don't apply to Minneapolis and St. Paul, which have higher minimum wage rates than the rest of the states. And some other new laws will go into effect with the new year. Starting on Saturday, any employer in Minnesota with more than 15 employees must offer their workers reasonable accommodations for health conditions related to pregnancy or childbirth. Examples could be transferring to positions that are less strenuous or hazardous, or more frequent bathroom breaks. Also starting in the new year, any member of the 11 federally recognized tribes in Minnesota are eligible for a free permit to state parks. And Minnesota driver's licenses cannot be suspended for certain convictions starting tomorrow. That includes, starting Saturday rather, that includes driving on a license that's been revoked or suspended because you didn't pay a traffic ticket or a parking fine. DPS also cannot suspend licenses because a person didn't appear in court for a petty misdemeanor. We have a full list of those new laws on our website. Well, Dave joins us now for a quick look at the weather. Dave, sounds like it's a little slick out there in some spots on the roads today.
Yeah, we're only getting a dusting of snow so far, but it's enough to make things slippery. So the road conditions, less than perfect, not terrible, but we'll call them fair, especially if you exercise caution. So to the map we go to take a look at our region, and in Minnesota, south of Duluth, still good driving conditions. But in northern Wisconsin, mostly those fair conditions with scattered slippery spots. Highway 2 by YDOT reported as being completely covered at the moment, so do travel cautiously there. You know, you're fairly close to the lake. That always adds up the snow in that neck of the woods. Then it gets a little bit better as you get into the snow belt. So just like the past couple of days, the snow belt not living up to its name, at least for the moment. Now, we're looking at more snow tonight through tomorrow, really just flurries from that low down towards our south. 30 to 50% chance for more of this action all the way through Friday. But then comes Saturday morning, another blast of that cold Arctic air from Canada comes charging into the region, bulldozing across the terrain and sending actual air temps 20 to 30 below. Wind chill numbers could be a little bit brisk as well, so we'll talk about that in just a bit. Here's a quick look at tomorrow's forecast. Overnight low of 0, high of 8. May seem warm once we get into Saturday.
Thanks, Dave. All Minnesota flags will fly at half-staff tomorrow to honor a fallen Itasca County deputy. Deputy Jamie Williams died from COVID on Monday. In a proclamation today, Governor Tim Walz thanked Williams for his 13 years of service and sacrifices. According to Walz's office, the 41-year-old contracted COVID while on the job. He first got sick in early December. Williams' funeral is planned for tomorrow in Marcel, Minnesota. Flags will fly at half-staff from sunrise to sunset. An almost 70-year-old letter has found its way home after decades lost in the postal system, all thanks to the tight-knit Morgan Park community. Susan Nordine was going through her mail last week when she found a letter postmarked from Copenhagen, Denmark in 1953. Confused at first, she realized the address matched up with her own, but the letter was sent 7 decades ago. Nordine went onto social media and her neighbors helped her track down the intended recipients. That letter, Nordine says, brought together generations of the Morgan Park community.
I just think that's really beautiful that something as simple as a letter has so much power to connect a community here in Morgan Park, to connect a family, to connect me to history in this house, which I love this house.
And coming up tonight at 6, we'll introduce you to the family that the letter was meant to reach, and despite being 70 years late, why they say it arrived at the best possible time. We'll also explain how that letter resurfaced in the first place. Still to come on Live at 5, as anglers hit the ice, the DNR is asking them to protect the waterways. Their reminder as we go around the Northland after the break.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
Menards carries a great selection of Richmond water heaters to ensure that you have hot water when you need it. With high-efficiency models and tankless options to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect fit for your family and save on energy costs. Richmond water heaters work hard behind the scenes, so you can focus on what's important. Get dependable hot water with Richmond's 6, 9, and 12-year gas and electric water heaters. Available at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Do you suffer from lower back pain while standing or walking? Northland Anesthesia Associates is here to provide you with surgical-free pain relief. With a fellowship-trained and board-certified staff, they offer each patient a customized, effective treatment plan. Call today for the relief you deserve.
We've got new information now explaining why.
Why should ordinary Americans care what's happening here in Ukraine?
Deep divisions remain.
Elizabeth, why did they kick you out?
They are expecting public unrest.
Why are they releasing these videos now?
Police are pushing us back.
We found one hell of a story of survival.
That's why you have to do your own research to get to the truth.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me.
Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park tonight. With temps dropping this week, the Great Lake has begun to form its first patches of ice this season. Dave will be in with this week's full forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a look around the region. One Wisconsin county is ready to open their snowmobile trails, and a winter safety reminder from Itasca County. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start in Wisconsin tonight, where the DNR is reminding ice anglers to be mindful of aquatic invasive species this winter. While many species die off in the winter, anglers can still pull or stir up the plants with their augers. They're reminding you to not only clean the mud off your boots and your clothes, but also check your equipment like augers, sleds, and ice houses. And next we head over to Washburn County, Wisconsin for more winter fun. The county-wide trail system officially opens tomorrow. Some counties have already opened, while others are still working on grooming efforts. Washburn officials warn, however, that some swamp areas are not solid enough yet for grooming equipment, and they're asking riders to be careful in those areas. We'll have a link to the Washburn County snowmobile trail conditions on our website. And we wrap up with a snowy winter reminder in Itasca County. The Public Health Department is reminding people to uncover your furnace intake and exhaust pipes after all that recent snow we got. And as temps fall, furnace use may be increasing. Blockages in these pipes can cause furnace failure or carbon monoxide buildup in your home. They're also reminding residents to check those CO monitors. Those are just a few safety reminders as we head into these cold winter months. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, new year, new plan. How Minnesota plans to tackle a shortage of CNAs. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Today's high temp of 15 was cooler than normal. Tomorrow's high of 10 above, that'll be cooler than normal as well. Come Saturday, if we can make 0, that's about the best we're going to manage. An Arctic blast is coming our way for the weekend. There's going to be a wind chill advisory, and there's a chance for a little light snow tonight through tomorrow. We'll talk about how much of that could fall and how far the temperatures will fall by the weekend coming up after our break.
Stay connected to Live Local CBS3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories. It's always a good day for a car wash at Miller Mall Car Wash. But just to be safe, watch Caitlin's Car Wash Forecast weekday mornings on CBS3 This Morning with meteorologist Caitlin Moffett. Sponsored by Miller Mall Car Wash. Only on Live Local CBS3.
Hi, I'm Kevin from ServPro. Everyone has a home project that they want to get to. Building a deck, building an addition, remodeling a bathroom. The problem is availability with local contractors. Why should you have to wait for months to get your project done? Call ServPro today for fast, quality, professional, reliable workmanship you can count on. ServPro, like it never even happened.
Good health is key to a good life. In the Cloquet community, keeping you and your family healthy is the goal of the CMH Rader Family Clinic. From routine wellness checks for newborns to treating issues of the aging and everything in between, the CMH Rader Family Clinic provides health care for all, from pediatrics to geriatrics. It's all available right here in your community.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. Join me, Kristen Vaki, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining.
Brought to you by Range Regional Airport. Watch Eye on Mining with Kristen Vaki every Tuesday at 10. only on Live Local CBS 3.
Join us weeknights. We're live at 5 as we go around the Northland, city by city.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS 3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Such a cold snap is going to be coming our way for the weekend. National Weather Service is already getting us girding our loins. There's going to be a wind chill advisory tomorrow night into Saturday. As air temperatures tumble towards 30 below inland, wind chill factors could be around 40 below. So tonight's temperatures that could go towards 10 below, that's the calm before the chill. So we won't have to hassle it too badly tonight. We're used to this kind of weather, yes, but it'll be our first blast towards 20, 30 below perhaps come Saturday and Sunday mornings. But there's already a light at the end of the tunnel. By Monday, we'll start to mellow out once again and warm up to above zero readings. We'll talk more about that temperature forecast after we take a look at these current conditions from the Duluth International Airport. It's 14 degrees right there now with a cloudier sky. The wind is calm but could pick up towards about 10 miles per hour as the night goes on. Relative humidity, that is 80%. And at the moment, with a calm wind, we're not dealing with any wind chill factor at all. But again, come Saturday morning, it could be towards 40 below. That's why folks will have to be careful with the cold. Speaking of chill, well, we're down to 2 above at International Falls right now, 12 for Evelyn and the Quad Cities, 12 also for Cloquet, 19 Moose Lake, teens up the North Shore for the most part, about 15 to 24 degrees for many of our towns here in northern Wisconsin. Superior's at 15, for example, 24 in Ashland, and in the UP, lower 20s from Watersmeet to Ironwood. Again, just in another morning or two, we're going to be looking towards 20 below for a lot of towns and 30 below up towards International Falls, and that sticks around through the weekend. All right, low pressure system to our south. That is bringing a 30 to 50% chance for light snow tonight and through tomorrow. Some towns like Ely have already managed an inch. We could get a little more coming down, but really not that much. Again, the key word is light. Then up to the north, Arctic high pressure ready to charge back in. Come Friday night into Saturday morning and then stay with us, well, through Sunday morning before it mellows out again come Monday. So, speaking of light snow, this is what could come through tomorrow evening. Just another trace or so for folks in northern Minnesota. Could go towards a half inch, even an inch for Wisconsin and the Upper Peninsula. Then after that, it cools down and dries up for several days. Next snow chance may not be with us till late next week. So, talking about the cold snap, by Saturday morning, International Falls very close to 30 below, close to 20 below for the Twin Ports, 15 degrees below zero for our friends in the heart of Wisconsin. Maybe on the warm side, though, towards the UP, 2 above. Come Sunday, pretty chilly there still. Close to 30 below again for International Falls, 20 below for Duluth, 20 degrees below zero for Hayward, and then the UP even goes towards 15 below. So January will be here, and January weather will be with us as well. Tonight in Minnesota, low temps 10 below inland, 5 above by the lake, 40% chance for snow flurries and snow showers. 40% chance as well for Wisconsin, Michigan. Warm there, relatively speaking. 4 to 10 above for the lows. Then tomorrow's highs, Wisconsin, Michigan, 12 to 20 above. 50% chance for that light snow. 30% chance in Minnesota with highs 0 inland, 10 by the lake. Extended forecast. There's the bitter cold truth. Saturday, Sunday, sunnier sky, lows towards 20 below. And then back into the teens, even 20s Monday and Tuesday. Next snow chance brings us next Wednesday. That's a 50-50 shot at a couple of inches. But then the temperatures already start to go down, and by next Thursday, another Arctic blast could start to ease our way.
That famous Northland roller coaster.
It is.
Thanks, Dave. Well, in the new year, Minnesota is launching an ambitious plan to tackle the shortage of workers who care for the elderly. Certified nursing assistants play a critical role in long-term care. CBS 3's Rob Coles tells us about the state's big goal.
Caring for the elderly is not a job for everyone.
Being a caregiver, it's hard to describe to somebody who's never done it, and it takes a unique person.
Terry Langevin is the assisted living director at Evergreen Senior Living in Cloquet. She says a worker shortage can create a dire situation.
It's not like a restaurant that you can decide, well, we don't have enough staff, we're going to close on Monday.
While she's not short-staffed right now, the pandemic has taken its toll on her workers.
So many people who have done this job are burnt out.
To replace workers who've been burned out and attract new applicants, Minnesota is offering free training to become a certified nursing assistant.
The government has a goal of trying to get 1,000 people trained and employed by January 31st.
Tim Smith is the CEO of HeartCert, one of the facilities helping Minnesota train CNAs. He says they are targeting applicants from a wide variety of backgrounds for free training.
Generally speaking, it's just somebody looking to help, make a difference, and get into healthcare.
And for HeartCert, casting a wide net seems to be working.
We are already full for our first course here in Duluth, so even though there is a big need, people are responding to that need.
Langevin says CNAs need certain traits to be successful.
You have to be mentally strong and emotionally strong, physically strong. You have to have a good dose of common sense and a lot of hustle.
The state hopes enough people who meet that description step forward to help them meet their goal.
To become a certified nursing assistant, applicants are required to complete a 75-hour training course. The state will cover the cost of training with help from the American Rescue Plan funds. HeartCert says the training normally costs between $1,100 and $1,500. For information on getting certified, you can head to our website. Well, it's that time of the show where we get to talk about adoptable pets, and today's pet comes to us from Range Regional Animal Rescue in Hibbing. This is Cat Damon, you know, like the movie star. He's only 1.5 years old and ready to find his forever home. Our friends at the shelter tell us he is the perfect mixture of calm and fun, perfect for any lifestyle. Very festive Christmas shoot there, too. If you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt Cat Damon, then you can call the number on your screen. Still to come, it's electric. How America plans to expand its electric vehicle charging stations.
It's a new day, things are gonna change. It's a new day, things are gonna change.
As the helpful hardware folks in your neighborhood, Ace Hardware has everything you need to prepare for the changing seasons. From rakes for fall leaves to shovels and snow blowers for that first snowfall. Grilling season never ends here at Ace. We have a variety of high-quality grills and smokers like Traeger and the Big Green Egg, which are perfect for your holiday ham or turkey. For household projects, you'll always find a wide selection of paint, tools, and everything else you need to get the job done. Locally owned Miners Ace Hardware, located in Superior, off the Bong Bridge, next to Super One Foods.
Calling all Bulldogs. Do you consider yourself a diehard UMD Bulldog fan? Send a picture of you or you and your crew all decked out in your Bulldog attire for a chance to be the My9 Sports Bulldog Fan of the Week. Follow the My9 Sports Facebook page and post your pictures there to be entered into our weekly random drawings. Each Fan of the Week will be showcased in our My9 Sports UMD Athletics Broadcast of the Week. The My9 Sports Bulldog Fan of the Week is brought to you by the Duluth Tap Exchange.
When news breaks, be the first to know with CBS3. Alerting you with our mobile app, taking you live to the scene.
Currently a fire underway.
Bringing you complete coverage on air.
Inside the deck.
Showing you what's happening now, what's next, how it affects you. Focused on urgency. Focused on accuracy. When news breaks in your neighborhood, be the first to know. With live, local CBS3.
I got into journalism when I was in high school, actually, and that's where I really fell in love with the news and the storytelling aspect of it, being able to bring those things together and keep people informed. It's so important for us to be in a community like Duluth, to be able to hear your stories and then bring them to everybody else in the community.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m.
Hi, Gail King here, inviting you to join us every morning right here on CBS. We'll have the important stories and the interviews, all the news that matters really, and best of all, we'll have a good time together. We like to do that. And now you can find us anytime you want on the new Paramount Plus app. So we'll see you every morning right here on CBS. I thought that one was pretty good.
do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
Electric vehicle charging stations will soon be all across America, including rural, disadvantaged, and hard-to-reach locations. That's according to the Department of Energy. CBS3's Washington, D.C. Bureau reporter Kristen Casper spoke with the department's secretary for an update on the project.
As part of President Biden's clean energy agenda, the administration is accelerating a plan to create a nationwide network of 500,000 electric vehicle chargers. And a new joint office of energy and transportation will lead the charge. By February 15th, Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm says the team will release state guidance, the first step toward greenlighting more than $5 billion in funding for local governments to begin the installation process.
So the money should start flowing by the summertime, and we'll start to see those charging stations all over the country.
It's a crucial part of the president's clean energy agenda, but it wasn't the environmental benefits that drove this Virginia resident to purchase his electric car. Vincent Giacomino says it was the thrill, the new technology, and minimal maintenance that caused him to make the shift.
You don't have to change the oil. You just have wipers, brake fluid, brakes, tires. That's about it.
But he admits finding a place to plug in isn't always easy.
Once you kind of make the infrastructure more comparable to gasoline or diesel, electric cars start to make a lot more sense for people.
The administration's plan will likely further Biden's goal to have electric cars and trucks make up half of new vehicles sold by 2030. But right now, data from the Pew Research Center shows only 7% of Americans say they own an electric vehicle. The majority of drivers are more focused on paying for gas, as prices average above $3 a gallon heading into the new year. Reporting in Washington, I'm Kristen Casper.
The money for this project was included in the bipartisan infrastructure law, which was signed into action last month.
Here's what we're working on tonight. With coronavirus cases surging to record levels, how the dramatic spike in new infections could impact New Year's Eve plans around the country. Plus the mounting pressure on Congress to reauthorize legislation protecting women from domestic violence and abuse. And an update tonight on a beloved airport piano man still tickling the ivories to the delight of passing passengers. That's coming up on the CBS Evening News.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Heart attacks and strokes happen, even in the midst of COVID-19, and at least one will occur while you're watching this. Heart attacks and strokes are medical emergencies. If you experience symptoms of a heart attack or stroke, do not delay seeking care. Call 911 immediately. Hospitals are prepared and can safely treat you. Visit cdc.gov/coronavirus to learn more.
Doesn't really matter who you are, where you live, you have a 20 family.
People reach a crisis moment and they don't see any other way out.
Suicide is the fourth leading cause of death for people ages 25 to 34. People struggle with it every day.
Hi, I'm Representative Tom Tiffany. If you or your loved one struggles with their mental health and or thoughts of suicide, no, you are not alone. Reach out for help and talk to someone.
This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Something happened to me that day. I've never heard or felt anything like it.
I found the girl. Our powers are beginning to manifest. We can use her.
Superheroes aren't real, right?
But what if they are?
What's happening? I need answers.
We need to get you ready.
Stay back! There's something I need to tell you.
Naomi. New series Tuesday, January 11th, only on the CW.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me.
Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Thursday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we spoke to several Northland communities as they adjust their New Year's Eve plans amid growing COVID concerns. Sir Ben's has canceled their festivities, while World of Wheels in Superior is recommending masks and encouraging social distancing. And tonight at 6, we hear more about that old letter delivered to the Morgan Park neighborhood 70 years after it was sent, the message it was carrying, and where it's headed now, coming up at 6. That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.